Hello, it's me, your Martin from VIGOR. Today I'm going to show you the universal strut V4476N. At first glance, it's clearly recognizable as a strut, but it also has some really awesome features in store for you. Let's get to that now. As a strut, this tool can be used universally. We can adjust the height to grip springs of different lengths. We can adjust the diameters here using the jaws. We can swap out the jaws, which means we can also grip different coil diameters with it. A particular highlight for me is that we always grip the spring coils themselves, which means we don't have anything to do with the shock absorber itself. And that's a real advantage, especially with complicated dampers. Of course, safety is also taken care of. We have a sturdy tension strap included here, so that especially when we're compressing an old spring, or if something goes wrong, we're definitely on the safe side and nothing goes flying through the workshop. Here we can easily adjust the height by simply clicking it in place, and it will then sit securely on the thread. Here we have a extremely easy locking on the strut. We can also very easily and quite simply adjust the spring diameter right up here by swapping out the appropriate jaws. The jaws come in different sizes and are included in the delivery. We adjust the height here using the locking pin. We can operate it very comfortably with one hand and easily set the whole tool for large struts. We are now here at the front axle of a front-wheel drive car. Here we can clearly see the McPherson strut. That's also the object of desire. That's what we want to remove from the car, either to replace the shock absorber or to swap out the spring. Whatever the reason. For these tasks, the strut has an absolutely great feature that I'm going to show you now. As you can see, I have the strut here without the upper part. I've taken it off, we don't need it right now. As you can clearly see here, we can now carefully move the plates from their current rear position to the designated front position, ensuring a smooth and precise transition. This gives us significantly more space when we have to work in tight areas like here in the wheel arch. I've already loosened everything for us here, and now we'll apply the tool to the strut. So I've made the necessary preparations to now push the McPherson strut up into the car. This is where the tool really shows its full strength. Now we can very comfortably reach under the McPherson strut here. I've inserted the plate with the correct diameter. I simply drive under the McPherson strut here, under the lowest support, hand tighten everything here, which gives me an absolutely secure grip on the car, and now I can easily use the pump to press the strut up into the car. No problem at all. You can do it with the foot pump or with the pneumatic one. We have now successfully pressed the strut assembly into the spring, firmly grabbed it from underneath, which effectively means we now have the entire lower axle completely free and can easily drive it out downward without any obstruction. And with that, we've detached the strut from the axle carrier. We can see clearly here that we've detached the shock absorber from the axle carrier. And now we can carefully remove the entire strut from the wheel, well in a single fluid motion. I have now successfully re-equipped the strut with the upper arm. I've already installed the strut here. It's already seated at the bottom. Up here I can show you, with just a few simple steps, we've adjusted the arms to fit the corresponding spring here. I've also already installed the safety tension strap, which runs through the spring. So if anything at all were to go wrong, absolutely nothing could possibly happen. With just these two simple moves, the entire thing is now firmly and securely in its proper place here. With just a few pumps, I relieve the tension on the spring. And at the precise moment when the shock absorber is completely free, I can then proceed to replace the shock absorber itself, the strut mount, or even the spring component. For me, that's a real plus. This tool works super fast. If you have a bit of practice, the job is done in no time flat, and we have everything we need in one tool. The strut is already back in, we've already secured it at the top, we've converted the tool, and now we can use it to compress the spring back into the car to reassemble everything at the bottom. Now we're moving on to the third function of the strut. For this, we carefully remove the lower section of the clamping device and then securely attach the corresponding upper part, placed upside down onto the hydraulic cylinder. It has an extra bore hole that fits right onto it. For the top, we also have, thank you very much, the head, which is precisely milled from high-quality aluminum. It's constructed from aluminum specifically to protect the delicate parts on the car. And now I will show you exactly how we finish the job with this essential tool. In this setup, we now have a hydraulically operated third hand here. You could also call it a silent apprentice. I've heard it called that before. And now we can hear Press the entire assembly from the very bottom up onto the strut. It slides in quite easily, and then the installation job is almost completely done, leaving you with a successful outcome. The strut is back in place. I've still got a bit of small stuff to screw on here, and I have to say the tool really impressed me. The speed at which we got the strut out, compressed the spring, and reinstalled everything, sensational. A real helper in the workshop. Thank you very much for watching. Yours, Martin from VIGOR.